declare this season by Dan Marino, as record-filled as it was, as the greatest in NFL history, there are a couple of factors we should consider. After all, the length of the schedule has changed through the years, from 12 to 14 and now to 16 games. The rules have been altered, some would say to help the offense. You can throw expansion in there too. It makes comparisons difficult. But Bill McAtee, one thing can fairly be said. By any yardstick at all, this year's performance by Dan Marino has to rank at least among the most impressive ever.
Well, that's right. You know, it generally takes some time to give you the proper perspective on the record books. And aside from that, a 5,000-yard season and 48 touchdown passes is impossible to ignore.
In any case, in modern-day terms, we're talking about a superstar, a lot of media attention, and people interested in not just his professional life, but his personal life as well. How's he handling it?
Marino knows there's a great deal of curiosity about him, but he's not nearly as concerned about the image as everyone else is. You know, down there this week, I happened to notice that Marino is wearing number 14 in practice, and I asked the trainer why. He said all of his practice jerseys had been stolen with the number 13 on it because Marino is simply so popular. Just part of the price, stardom.
He's already done more than anybody else has ever done in the history of football, and you know, that covers a lot of quarterbacks and a lot of great quarterbacks. And here, Dan Marino, in only his second year, has gone past everybody and sort of tipped his wings as he's going by.
The 5,000-yard season and the numerous other Marino records have quickly redefined the parameters of greatness at quarterback. While off the field, the image was being formed. The qualities that made this poster a hot seller proved too much for the advertising community to resist.
Here's All-Pro quarterback Dan Marino.
When it comes to playing off the field, I pick up my best yardage.
People get an image of you or what you might be like by the way the media brings you across, and that's just the situation you're in, and that's just the way people are, and you have to accept that. But I think to a certain extent they have an idea of what I'm like, and in some ways they probably don't know other things about me.
Mom!
This locker's a mess, young man. You're not going anywhere until it's cleaned up.
Oh. Marino seems unchanged by the attention and copes with celebrity status largely by ignoring it. Breaking the single-season touchdown record, shared by Y.A. Tittle and George Blanda, assured Marino of a place among the NFL greats. But this year, comparisons with Tittle and Blanda have proven inadequate. Only Joe Namath, with his assurance and quick release, seems to come close to Marino's persona on and off the field.
People can put you in any category they want, but you have to know what you are as an individual and what you want to do. And I don't know, I guess at times I was a playboy, I guess.
He's been excellent in everything that he's been asked to do, and he's been asked to do a lot. And it goes with, you know, the recognition goes with the accomplishment, and he deserves all of the recognition because there's more accomplishment than anybody has ever been able to generate in only their second year of playing in the National Football League.
In spite of his youth, Marino's leadership role on the Dolphins has come naturally, and the seemingly innate relationship with receivers Clayton and Duper that has produced 26 touchdown passes has also survived some volatile moments.
I was upset because I had dropped a short touchdown pass, and then I was questioning the official's call about a pass interference that I thought that he should have called, and Dan come over there telling me shut up and everything. Then he continued it on the sideline, but he was using a few choice words on hand. I told him if he couldn't talk to me any better than that, don't say nothing else to me at all. And it looked like we were getting ready to fight because a couple of players were around us was telling us just forget about it, and they was pulling us apart from each other like we was getting ready to start boxing on the sideline.
The Seahawks' task will be to penetrate what has been an effective offensive line and find a coverage combination Marino won't be able to master.
Well, we're getting all kinds of different concepts of defense. We get some teams that try to blitz us and make Dan throw the ball early. We get other teams that lay back and play three people rushing and defending with 8, with all different types of combinations of coverage, either man coverage or a zone and a combination of man coverage. And so it's all different types of schemes that teams have come up with. And to Dan's credit, he's been able to adjust to these things and do the fine job. And
If you were coaching against this guy,
I'm not going to answer it.
Shula not giving anything away. You know, you hear so much about Clayton and Duper, but of Marino's 48 touchdown passes this year, 22, Bob, have gone to other receivers. So that's the challenge for Chuck Knox today, effectively contain the speed outside without giving up any coverage on the other receivers.
Now, before we forget Marino's counterpart, Dave Craig, We featured him last week. He threw 32 touchdown passes in the regular season. So between them, Marino and Craig, the top touchdown producers in the league with 80 combined touchdown passes.
From the Orange Bowl in Miami, Florida, the National Football League playoffs is on the air. Today, the Miami Dolphins meet the Seattle Seahawks as the Dolphins take on the Seahawks. A 12-4 record for Seattle, coming off a 13-7 victory over the Raiders, where they totally shut down Los Angeles. 240 yards. Dan Dornick had 126 yards and 29 carries of the 205 total on the ground. They played ball control against the Raiders, denied them the football, committed no turnovers, had 6 sacks, and only threw 10 passes in the game. I'm sure they'd like to accomplish that sort of thing this afternoon against the Dolphins and their high-powered offense. Miami coming off a 28-21 win in their regular season finale against Dallas, a game that was significant because the defense played so well against the Cowboys, and that had been the Dolphins' Achilles heel this season. The Dolphins, of course, setting 5 team offensive records. Marino setting about every record you can imagine, and he goes against an opportunistic secondary this afternoon. 63 takeaways altogether, 38 of them coming by interceptions, 55 sacks. They disrupt the passing game, and that's the matchup today. Can Miami take on Seattle's pass defense?
Dolphins today have to control the line of scrimmage from the defensive side. To me, that's the key right there, is to put the clamps on any offense that Seattle might muster. I think we can handle their defense as long as we don't turn the ball over. This is the big play of the ball game, in addition to that 4th down for the Dolphins thus far. Early on, out of the shotgun now, Miami just shy of the 25. 3rd down and a long 5 from the Seattle 25.5. Marino on the snap, has time, he throws it, it is knocked down. Good coverage back there at the 7-yard line, going for Duper. He did not come back for the ball. All right, Von Schaman will try a 43-yard field goal. His longest is 37. He's 9 for 19. This is into the teeth of the stiff 20-mile-an-hour wind. Struck the hole from the 33-yard line. Dolphins got as far as the Seahawks 25. Awaiting the snap from Taves is Struck. Still waiting. Here it is. Set down. The kick is up. He's got the distance on it. It is no good. So Von Schaman comes away empty-handed again.
That's the first field goal attempt that he's had in 5 games.
So the Dolphins drive the ball down to the Seahawks 25 and come up empty-handed as Von Schaman misses a 43-yarder, and there is no score with 10:07 left to go in the first quarter. Largent and Turner are the wide receivers. Now they utilize double tight ends. Here's the give-off. Goes to Hughes over the right side and gets out to about the 29-yard line before he is knocked out. Baxton and I, double tight ends, as Tice is in there now, along with Young. One receiver to the near side. Here is the give-off. Dornick spinning, driving, and the swarming Dolphin defense flattens him out at the 30-yard line. He tried to run to the right side. He gets a yard. 3rd down and 6 for Dave Craig. In 3rd down conversions this year, the Seahawks are converting about 45%. Out of the shotgun, Craig awaits the snap. Here it is. They're after him. He steps up in the pocket, and they're going to catch him and drag him down back at the 23-yard line. Doug Betters gets his 15th sack of the season, the first of the playoffs, and the big Grizzly Bear just hammered that right tackle, Bob Kreider, right back in to Craig's face. Now, Jeff West, out of Cincinnati in his 9th year, has the worst net punting average in the league. He has not had one block. Here is the snap. He gets it out of there and booms a nice long high spiral. Out kicks his coverage. Walker backs up to 21 to the near side, gets to the 30, and that's all. Out to about the 32, about an 11-yard return. So the Dolphins will start for their second offensive series. Both receivers spread to the far side. Nathan and Bennett the backs. Marino from his 32-yard line gives off to Nathan. A hole right side. 35, 40, out to the 43-yard line. Beautiful blocking behind Hardy. First down, Dolphins from their 43. Baxton and I, now they split up. 3 receivers in the ball game. 2 to the far side, 1 near side. Give to Nathan. Over the left side, cuts it back to his right, gets 5. Out to about the 48-yard line. At 2nd and 5, the 48. Marino drops to throw. Has time. He's firing deep up down the near side. It is caught. Cooper reception down at the 28-yard line by Mark Clayton. He went up into double coverage and came down with one heck of a grab at the 27-yard line. Henry?
I've been standing down here a lot of years. I've never seen anything like Clayton does every game. That was an intercepted pass under any other receiver.
It was concentration. You'll never see a better catch than that. He just took it right away from Simpson.
First down at the Seahawks 28 is where they mark it. Cooper to the near side, Clayton to the far side. The back, Bennett and Nathan split in behind. Marino from the 28-yard line. Marino drops to throw. Excellent protection across the middle. Nathan, 25, eludes one, gets to the 20, and he's knocked down at the 20-yard line. Dolphins have dominated possession of the ball in the first quarter, yet to put points on the board. Duper far side, Clayton to the near side. Bennett and Nathan the backs. Give off to Nathan. Got a hole on the right side, puts his head down, and bangs for close to a first down. All depends on where they mark the football. Any part of the lead chain, of course. Now they stretch him out. And they're going to be about a foot short. About a foot short right at the 18. Right, third down and a foot from the 18-yard line. Here's the give-off. Johnson barrels into the middle, and he's got a first down to the 15-yard line. I mean, he's exploding off that football today like we haven't seen him do all season long. First down at the Hawks 15.
This is what they got him for. I'll tell you something. Now that he's picked up on things here and his weight is down, he can be a devastating fullback, and I'm sure that brings a smile to Shula's face. He loves Pete Johnson.
Stevenson just blew his man out of the play. Dino Mangieri. All right, the ball at the 15. First down for Miami. Backs are split, so are the receivers. Here's Marino. Play fakes. Throws in the end zone. It's overthrown, going for Clayton, and Simpson was there on the covering. Duper to the far side. Clayton to the near side. Duper's caught one touchdown pass in his last 9 games. Here is the give-off. Nathan gets jammed up, cuts it back to his right, down to the 10, down to the 5. He scores! Tony Nathan, barreling over tacklers, gets into the end zone. Kenny Easley, the strong safety, had a good shot at him at the 2-yard line, and Nathan just ran right over him. So the Dolphins get on the board first as Tony Nathan racks up only his second rushing touchdown of the season. Here it is, set down. Kick is up, and he gets this one through, so the Dolphins lead 7-0 with 4:09 left to go in the first quarter. Third down and 2 from the Hawks 30. Out of the shotgun, Craig did not convert on his first attempt. Byron Walker in motion. Back to throw is Craig. He fires it in the middle. It is incomplete to Largent, and he took a pop at the 35-yard line. And for the second possession in a row, the Seahawks fail to achieve a first down. Super far side, Clayton to the near side. And again, we're going to operate out of the shotgun. 3rd and 5. Miami from their 34-yard line. Dolphins lead 7-0. Here's the snap. Marino drops the throw. Deep across the middle. It is tipped in the air. Intercepted by Harris at the 30, 35. He's at the 40, 45, 50. Back to the middle. He is knocked down at the Dolphins' 39. He took that ball in a battle of hands away from the intended receiver, Joe Rhodes. Just out-muscled him for the ball. That's the end of the first quarter. The Dolphins will have a 7-0 lead, but the Seahawks threatening as we enter period number 2 with a third down and a long yard to go from just outside the Dolphins' 10. All the tight ends are in for Seattle. Hughes and Dornick, the I-backs, in behind Craig. Waiting to snap. Here's the give to Dornick over the right side. He is piled up, and I don't know whether he made it or not. According to the linesman, if he is accurate, he didn't make it. They stopped him at the 10-yard line, which would be about a yard shy. And they're going to bring in the field goal unit, kicking into the teeth of the stiff wind. All right, from the 18-yard line, a 28-yard attempt. Here is the snap. Set down, the kick is up, and he's got it. So it's a 7-3 ball game, and Seattle turns that Marino interception into 3 points. 13 minutes, 36 seconds to play. In the first half, the Dolphins' lead is cut to 7-3. Benson, a 28-yard field goal, culminating a 29-yard, 6-play drive following Harris's intercept of a Marino pass. And here comes Johnson forward. Gets the toe into the ball. Not deep at all. Fulton all the way up to the 17, 20, 25, 30, 35, up to the 40-yard line before he is knocked down. A very poor kickoff by Johnson against the wind. Nathan and Bennett will be the split backs. One tight end. from the Miami 40-yard line, moving from our right to our left. Here's the play fake. Marino drops the throw. Excellent protection. Fires it. Across the middle. Bennett, 45, 50, down to the 45, down to the 40-yard line. Woody Bennett wide open underneath the pass protection, underneath the coverage, and picks up yardage of 20 yards before he's knocked down by Keith Simpson. The Dolphins have been able to run the football, and that makes that play action doubly dangerous. Nathan and Bennett, the split backs. 3 receivers spread from the 40. Here's a give-off. Nathan inside, outside the right. This time he never gets started. He's dragged down for a 2-yard loss. All right, second down and 12. The ball at the 42-yard line. Seattle shows blitz. Here is the give-off to Nathan around the left side. And he gets to the 39, and that's all. So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 9 situation. Buddy offside for Seattle. Flag down. Going deep is Marino. Here is the pass. It is going to be intercepted. Back there by Easley, but this one is going to be called back. Again, it was taken away from the intended receiver. So the Dolphins come out of that one smelling like a rose. Instead of an intercept, it's 3rd down and 4. A long 4 from the Seattle 34-yard line.
That time Moore went up for the ball and easily just wrestled it away from him. They're getting that good deep coverage down the middle.
So you've got to go underneath or go with the screens. Out of the shotgun now from the 34-yard line. Marino, perhaps a little bit impatient. Let's see what he comes up with now out of the shotgun. Drops the throw. Looks. Still looking. Lost the pass the middle. Open. Cephalo. Touchdown. No flag. There's the experience of Jimmy Cephalo.
Yes, and that's what happens when you overcompensate your secondary. They're watching Duper and Clayton, and Marino looked off both of them until Cephalo was able to break his pattern down the middle, and then he hit him perfectly.
So, Danny being a little bit more patient again, getting excellent protection. Von Schaman now can make it 14-3, and Strock to hold with 10:53 left to go in the half. Marino to Cephalo, 34 yards for the TD. Snap, set down, kick is up, and it's good. 14-3 Miami, 10:53 left to go in the half.
Rick, Seattle offensively has not been able to get anything going this afternoon so far. They have now had the ball in 3 possessions. This is their 4th, and actually, except for the one pass to Largent, he only had, which resulted in their only 1st down. It was the interception that put him in business for that field goal.
Well, 3rd down and a foot for the Hawks. All the tight ends are in. The backs are split. The ball just across their own 29-yard line. Here is the pitch outside, and he is tripped up. Here's Hughes. Great defensive play by the Dolphins. Bob Brodzinski. Let's see where they're going to rule him down. It looks like they're going to mark the ball all the way back to the 24, 25-yard line. Here's the snap from the 10-yard line, and he wobbles one out of there. A short trajectory kick for the near side. Walker comes up, fair catches the ball at the Dolphins' 43-yard line, only a 33-yard punt. And the Dolphins get excellent field position. Will start from their 43-yard line with 8 minutes and 23 seconds left.
The Dolphins have had good field position throughout this ball game. On their possession so far, they've had it at their own 39, 32, 29, 40, and now the 43. So field position has worked in the Dolphins' favor.
Nathan and Bennett, the split backs behind Marino. Duper near side, Clayton far side. Hardy, the only tight end. Marino 7 for 10, 102 yards, has not been sacked. 1 intercept and 1 TD from his 43-yard line. Marino on the snap, straight back drop to throw. He looks and he fires across the middle. It's intercepted at the 42-yard line. 50. This is Harris again. Gets to the Dolphins' 45-yard line. 3rd down and 10. Seattle 3rd down conversions, 1 out of 5. They're working on Brown's left ankle. Out of the shotgun now. Dolphins have 4 pass rushers. Here's the long bomb to the far side of the field. Overthrown. Incomplete down at the 20-yard line. He was going for Paul Scansey, and the coverage supplied by William Judson. He had no shot at it. Scansey, a second-year receiver out of Washington. The Dolphins defense, again, does its job.
Yeah, this defense came to play today. That time, Frank just no rhythm to his passing game, trying to hit Scansey on a timing pattern down the sidelines, and the ball was simply overthrown.
They have to get it up to the 37 to keep this series alive. And Marino drops the throw. He fires it. It is caught and dropped. Incomplete by Nat Moore at the 38-yard line. He also had coverage on him, supplied by Paul Moyer, the dime back. So Reggie Roby will come in and display his punting prowess. So a big, strong leg for a big, strong boy. High snap. He eludes one, gets the kick out of there, and nails it. Beautiful punt. Easily comes up, grabs the ball at the 25, 30, and he's knocked down at about the 31-yard line. Great effort by Reggie Roby. High snap. The coverage, they were coming on a block anyway. He just bumped one of them with his shoulder pads. He's 6'3", weighs 240, and gets off a 44-yard kick. First down for Seattle at their 44.
Only the second first down of this ball game for Seattle.
Backs are split, so are the receivers. Here's Craig looking for Largent. He's got him at the 30. Shakes tackles. 25, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown. Bad tackling by Lyle Blackwood and Don McNeil. They both had him at the 30-yard line after he caught the ball, and those two men are responsible for Seattle's first touchdown. No use for that. 56 yards on the TD. Kick is good. 14-10 in favor of the Dolphins at the present time, with 3 minutes, 23 seconds left to go in a half. 70-yard drive in 4 plays.
Clayton and Duper are really having their difficulties today getting open for the big play, as Seattle is really dogging those two players, and that's why I guess Nathan's caught 3 balls and Cephalo's caught a couple, including that 1 touchdown pass. Seattle's doing a good job. These two receivers have over 1,300 yards each in receiving this year.
From the momentum of this ball game has swung around to Seattle. They trail 14-10, but that long touchdown pass to Largent really hurt. And that's the end of the first half, with the Dolphins leading 14-10. This is the Miami Dolphins Football Network. Von Schaman with the ball up on the tee and ready to kick off. The second half underway with the Dolphins leading 14-10. It's a squibber. It is caught, juggled around by one of the short men, the tight end Metzelaars, and he gets to the 34, 35-yard line before he is knocked out. And it'll be Craig's football from his 35-yard line. Here's the play fake. He's back to throw. Pops it across the middle. It is caught by Turner. He's down at the Dolphins' 46-yard line and down right there. Good for the first down. Turner slanting into the middle, picks up 19 yards. Tackle made by William Judson. Craig coming out winging on the first play from scrimmage in the second half.
Well, that was a good call by Seattle, because the Dolphins have shut down Seattle's running game. But now Craig, he gets time to throw, and where Marino's not getting the time Craig is right now, and that's why things are turning around.
And Miami's defense being pushed back.
Now, this Seattle team just confounds you the way they just don't, they just stay with you, and then they start to make things happen. That's what's happening in this ballgame. Miami dominated statistically. Seattle just stays with them.
Mike Charles, Mike Kozlowski, Soule, and Langford come into the ballgame, anticipating pass on 3rd and 10 from the Dolphins' 24-yard line. 10-17 to go in the third quarter. Miami leads 14-10. Now he'll bring his people out. He's got Paul Scansian as a receiver. He splits Turner and Largent to the near side. Goes into the shotgun from the 24. The snap. Here they come. Here's the pass to the far side of the field. It is incomplete down at the 3-yard line. All right, they bring in Johnson, the field goal kicker, from the 31. This will be a 41-yard attempt into the wind. If he makes it, it'll bring the Hawks up to within 1 point. And this wind is really whistling through here. Johnson, right-footed soccer-style kicker from UCLA. He missed only 4. Awaiting the snap is Zorn. Here it is. Set down. The kick is up. He has hooked it off to the left side. No good. And it's a third down coming up and about 5 yards to go. Out of the shotgun now. Marino, he is 2 out of 6 in third down conversions from the Miami 29-yard line. Dolphins lead 14-10. The snap. Marino back to throw. He's got a man open. It is caught for the first down across the 40, up to the 41-yard line. Goes Tony Nathan on the far side of the field and tackled by Don Dufek. We go with Clayton to the far side, more to the near side. From the Miami 47, second down and 4. Here is a give-off. Bennett inside, nothing. Cuts it outside, 50, out of bounds. That's the Miami 46 first down for the Dolphins. Woody looked inside and then sprinted outside for a guy 222, 6'3". Amazing acceleration. Second and 10 from the Hawks' 46-yard line. Marino, deep drop. He sets and he fires. He's got a man open at the 40. Hardy shakes the tackle inside the 35 and goes to the 33-yard line. Bruce Hardy, the tight end, tackled by Kenny Easley, the strong safety. Hardy, one of the great athletes on this team.
Jensen checks into the ball game, and you notice Marino is now spreading it around as Moore caught a pass. Hardy has caught a pass. He's got to get these other people into the act now because they're doing such a good job on the wideouts.
Second down, a long 6. The ball just inside the Seattle 30-yard line. Miami leads 14-10. Double tight ends, one back. Jensen the other one. Here's Marino. Throws the ball. Open is Rose. He's down at the 20 and run out of bounds on the far side at the 15-yard line. Late hit. We got a flag, I believe, on the far side as John Harris ran him out. Joe Rose caught the ball. As they did. It's going to cost them half the distance. Late hit on Harris will put the ball down at the Seahawks 8-yard line. It should have been, and it was. Miami now has used about 4 minutes off the clock and have a first and goal down at the 8-yard line. 14-10, Dolphins lead. They've got Bennett and Nathan as the I-backs. All the tight ends, including Foster, are up front as blockers. Moore and Hardy spread off the near side. Marino on the snap. Drops to throw. Wants to go left. Fires it. It is caught out of bounds at the 3-yard line. Down the near sideline goes Nat Moore. Second down and goal from the 3-yard line. Moore and Hardy wide to the near side. Marino spins around. Looks to throw in the end zone. Wide open. Touchdown for the Dolphins is Bruce Hardy. Here's the snap, low snap. He gets it up, and it's good. Strock does an amazing job of holding the football. 21-10. Dolphins now back to an 11-point lead. 4:25 to play in the third period. The third down and 3. Third down conversion. Seattle 5 out of 11. The ball at the Hawks 27. Out of the shotgun is Craig. They sacked him twice, but those were early in the ball game. Craig drops to throw. Has no pressure. Going deep to the far side of the field. This one is incomplete. So it brings in the punting unit, and West will have to kick. All right, Walker, as the Dolphins could come out of this with good field position, assuming that there are no mistakes. Walker deep in the middle. Kozlowski shallow on the far side. Blackwood to the near side. West back to the 12-yard line. Let's see if they try to go for a block with 8 men. Here's the snap, little high snap. He gets it out of there and hangs it straight up the elevator shaft. Very short catch, touched by a Seattle man, and goes out of bounds as the ball was going to bounce backwards anyway at the Seahawks 36 or 37-yard line. I'll tell you, he pumped that one right up the elevator shaft. They mark it at the 34-yard line, so the punch traveled only 7 yards. And first down, Miami at the Seahawks 34, following the 7-yard punt by Jeff West. Clayton goes in motion to the far side of the field. Here is the give-off. Woody Bennett, no hole in the middle. Tries to cut back to his right, gets to about the 33, a gain of a yard. That was second and 9. Back to throw Marino. Here's a deep pattern down the far corner. It is tipped. Caught. Touchdown. Great reception by Mark Clayton. Holy Toledo, what a grab. That ball was tipped by Clayton on the defensive back. Clayton kept his concentration, waited for it to come down, grabbed it on the sideline of the end zone, kept both feet in bounds, and held onto the football 33 yards for the touchdown. Keith Simpson, the left cornerback, went up with him. But Clayton, what great concentration, showing what a great receiver he has turned into. Dolphins trying to put the nail in the coffin. Here's the kick. It is up, and it is good. So the biggest lead of the day, 28-10 Miami with 2:25 left to play in the third quarter. Third down coming up. So we put in some extra prevent people. Kozlowski, Dewey. From his 42 on third down and 10. Dolphins show blitz. They bring Scansey in motion near side. Craig back to throw. He pops it. It is caught at the 47 and dragged down as Scansey is 4 yards shy of the first down. They're coming after him. Here is the kick. He hangs it high, not too deep. Walker fair catches the ball for Miami back at the 12-yard line. And so the Dolphins with 23 seconds to go in the third quarter will start from their 12-yard line. Here is the give-off on the misdirection. Nathan has got a small hole. Bobbing and weaving, makes something out of it. Gets out to the 17. That will be the end of the third period with Miami out in front, 28-10. Here's the play fake. Little split hitch out to Clayton. tries to get around the corner, and he's flung out of bounds by Jackson over there on the far side of the field. Clayton is mad. He claims that the hit was after he went out of bounds. Ball is just shy of the Dolphins' 21. Third down and a yard. So they put all the blockers up front. And Nat Moore will hurriedly get out of the ball game. Rose, Foster, and Hardy in. Bennett and Pete Johnson are the backs. Here's the play fake. Marino back to throw. Across the middle. Man wide open at the 30, 35 to the 40. This is Hardy across the 50. And he's knocked down at the 47, 48-yard line. Big pushing and shoving match. First down at the Seahawks 48-yard line. Marino now with an 18-point lead can perhaps open it up a little bit. Bennett and Nathan are the backs. Here's a give off to Nathan. Hole on the right side, back to his left, 45, 40, down to the 39-yard line.
Now Miami's wearing them down, and on that third down play, what a great call that was. Marino makes the third down calls, by the way, and he had Seattle pinched in, goal line defense. Hardy just released across the line and broke wide open across the middle and turned it into a big gainer.
Ball down at the Hawks 39. Second down coming up, and a short two. They'll split Clayton and Moore off to the far side. Duper has not returned after having some work done on the inside of his mouth. Here's Clayton in motion to the near side. Give off to Bennett. Big hole in the mid left side. He goes to the 30. Runs around one. He's at the 25-yard line. A trap up the middle. Caught Seattle again in a pinched-in defense. It'll bring up third down and 4. The ball just outside the Seattle 19-yard line. Out of the shotgun with 11:39 left to go. Marino awaits the snap. Here it is. Drops the throw. He has time. Pops it for the sideline. Dropped by Tony Nathan at the 15. He had a first down. He had wide open yardage up the near side of the field. So Von Schamann is going to get a chance to come in and vindicate himself for missing a 43-yard field goal attempt earlier. And awaiting the snap from Jeff Taves. Here it is. Perfect snap. Set down. The kick is up. He's got it up there, and it's good. Listen to the hand for Uwe Von Schamann. White handkerchiefs come out. You'd think we'd won our way into the Super Bowl.
Well, Uwe needed that, to put it mildly, because the Wolves have been at his door, and he's going to need a couple of more, too.
68 yards, 8 plays, time of possession, 3:55. And it's 31-10. Okay, the ball at the Seahawks 22-yard line. Craig back to throw. Under pressure, pumps once, pumps twice, across the middle. It is caught by Largent, spins off one, and Brown finally nails him up at the 37-yard line. Good for a first down. A 15-yard pickup, and Seattle in their hurry-up offense with 2:42 to go. Trailing by 21. Here is the snap. No pressure on Craig. Again across the middle. He hits Largent. He comes down with the reception at the 43-yard line in Seattle territory. Pickup of about 6. Mark Brown again wrestled him to the turf. Let's see if Craig goes to the well once too often. He likes to hit Largent in these situations. He's gone to him twice in a row. Here is the snap. He looks right. Now back to the middle. Fires again. It is caught at the 43, down to the 40. Down inside the 35-yard line goes Paul Skency. And the tackle made by McNeil against Kozlowski. All right, time is in. 2:07 to play. Time was to Seattle. Craig out of the shotgun. Back to throw. He's in trouble. Fires it. Caught out of the backfield by Dornick. Hit. Fumbles the ball. Seattle may have gotten it back at the 28-yard line. Dornick. No, it's recovered by Miami. Good putt. Good fight underneath by Charles Benson, the big kid out of Baylor. Took it away from the offensive lineman who had his hands on the football. The game is over, and the Dolphins have won by a score of 31-10. Strock came in for the last couple of plays, as did Pete Johnson and some other people. Just a great effort by the Miami Dolphins. They advance to the AFC Championship game here next Sunday against as yet an unnamed opponent. The final score, 31-10 in favor of the Dolphins.